knows? That's it for the comic book stuff. I've been quite brief.
Okay.
Because obviously we need to get there. Is that okay? Done. So I figured one of the best things to do on this one would be to do Jean Grey. Because we weren't doing this when she was in them, and she is very much in this film. She's quite a big part of it, isn't she? So this is original Jean Grey. This is like the sort of 60s going into the 70s one, when she was still known as Marvel Girl.
She looks a bit like Robin out of Batman and Robin, doesn't she?
It is quite Robin-y, actually. I wonder if that was an influence. What's going on here?
She's got a nice green frock on.
Not good for fighting.
Gold boots. Gold gloves.
Marigolds.
Little mask.
The mask is cute.
It looks very 60s, doesn't it?
How do you keep that on?
Tit tape.
Tit tape.
Tit tape.
Tit tape's like quite a big thing, isn't it? I learned this the other day, that booby tape is like a big industry.
Yeah.
For keeping masks on. This is the Jean Grey that I really remember. So this is what I think of when I see Jean. This is like peak 80s going into the 90s Jean Grey. You can tell by the haircut here.
Oh, she looks cool, doesn't she?
That's a cool
It's a bit
outfit.
like Gambit. You know Gambit's special
head sock.
Head sock. It's a bit like that, isn't it?
Late 80s, 90s head socks were in. Superman had one for a bit as well.
Yeah, she does look like a 90s supermodel, doesn't she?
Oh, absolutely. I love like the black/blue detailing on the costume. Looks like one of these high cut swimming costumes that were really big in the 90s as well.
It's like similar colours to Wolverine as well, isn't it?
You can tell it's of the era as well because it's got these pouches down the leg.
Oh yeah, cargo trousers were so trendy, weren't they?
And look at these like weird wrist gauntlets that are there for no reason.
So it's just because they look stylish and cool.
I imagine it's like meant to be for fighting, but she's the sort of mutant where like she just does stuff with her brain and then
so
feels
she
a bit
doesn't really-
overwhelmed by it, probably gets a nosebleed and just sits down for a bit.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It's a good outfit, that, isn't it? Apart from the shoulder pads, maybe.
Perhaps it helps with her psychic ability because it looks like a flame is coming out of it.
I think that's just a representation of her psychic powers.
Oh, right, okay.
Moving on, these are quite recent drawings of the Phoenix costume that we didn't get onto.
Oh, so this is Jean Grey when she's the Phoenix.
Yeah.
They're quite sexy, aren't they?
So initially she wears this one. She was the Phoenix just on the X-Men team for quite a while in the green and gold one. Mm-hmm. They use this belt. You see this on Ms. Marvel, who later became Captain Marvel as well. That belt is weird, isn't it? Why do they think that this would be handy in a fight? Somebody's just going to grab it.
Isn't it just to cover up her foof?
Oh, do you think it was just so that the artist had like a line to draw to as well, maybe?
Yeah, because otherwise, that's a very tight outfit, really.
These are, as you can imagine, cosplay favourites.
Like, if you can see her belly button through it, then you'd be able to see her vag, wouldn't you?
You would. You could tell whether Jean Grey and Phoenix are rocking camel toe.
Yeah. These are they're a bit inappropriate, these outfits, aren't they? These have been drawn by really pervy men, haven't they?
Yeah, I put these in because it's an example of like, on the surface of it, good costume design, but it shows off like the excesses of male comic book artists over the years.
See, if I was looking for a comic book to read, I'd look at that and I think, well, I'm not reading that. This is clearly just pornography for some disgusting teenagers.
Like, do you know the current Captain Marvel, the Brie Larson one costume? That was a redesign after I'll show you them in another time, but of the Miss Marvel ones, which for years were of this ilk. So they give her like a sensible military style haircut and like a proper like military Captain America looking outfit, just to steer away from this, because like a lot more girls are reading comics. They are becoming more accessible, and like you say, when they look like this, they're not.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to read that comic.
Like, if you're a girl reading this, I mean, this will go down like a Led Zeppelin on the internet. If you're a girl reading this, I think that it just says, this is what you're in the books for, to look sexy and need saving. I like the red and gold, but, like you say, too tight.
Yeah, if it wasn't so, like, pervy, they'd probably be all right.
She's got lovely hair, though, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's got nice hair, really nice colour in it.
Yeah. So that's Jean Grey when she goes a bit evil. Madam, how's you done? Oh, Sunfire. This is one of the all-time shit comic book costumes. Look at this.
So that's a lad.
Yep.
And his hands and feet are on fire.
Yeah, he
and
sort of
got
absorbs
like
solar energy and shoots it out as
What's
fire
his
lasers.
mask? Is it a fish or a duck?
Here's a close-up of the mask.
That's hilarious.
It's weird, isn't it?
He looks kind of like a fish.
I think he looks a bit like the baddies from Stingray.
It's quite amphibious, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's got scales? Is his costume made of scales?
I think it's like that's how you sort of generally draw chainmail-y sort of stuff.
Is it?
Captain America's costume has that sort of look to it as well.
And why has he got those funny eyes? Are they his eyes?
I don't know what's with the bug eyes. They're weird, aren't they?
Oh,
But he's got like this really weird sort of red and white stripe motif down the front of his costume, isn't he?
It looks a bit like, the Japanese, not the Japanese flag, but you know that.
Oh yeah, the sort of like the sun one, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like that.
It does look a bit like that.
What does he do? What's his powers?
He absorbs solar energy and shoots it out as like magma-y stuff.
Magma? Molten rock?
Molten-y things, yeah, you know, like fire beams, lava beams.
Lava is, again, just molten rock.
Okay.
I think use accurate language. If it's not molten rock, don't say lava or magma.
That's okay, I'm giving it a googs. Sunfire is a mutant with the ability to absorb solar radiation and convert it to ionize matter into a fiery plasma state, which bursts into flames when exposed to oxygen. He can release its energy through his hands as blasts of searing heat, deadly radiation, explosive concussive force, or simple flames.
Okay, that makes sense.
Does it though?
No, but yeah, okay.
Does it make sense why he's dressed like this?
No, that doesn't make sense.
Next up, we have...
Because he does look like a fish. He looks like a fish man. If you looked at him, what's his skills? I'd be like, well, so much to do with fish.
Yeah, that's Seaman.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to... Oh, here we go. Daken. Do you remember Wolverine's son?
Wolverine's lad, yeah.
I think that we'll have to do like maybe a bonus episode on all of Wolverine's kids. Because it's a comically long list.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Is he the most potent superhero?
I think he is. I mean, his nuts aren't getting old. Do you know what I mean? He's just reproducing sperm, you think. Here's Daken.
Oh my god, he's hideous, isn't he?
This is a picture of him drawn to be hideous. I think he is generally considered quite handsome.
Oh, he looks like a weird little ferrety, badgery creature, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Look at that horrible claw coming out of his wrist.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's got really bad tattoos like what a scouse would have.
I was going to say, he looks like every council estate man in Britain with that haircut and those tribal tattoos. He looks like he's probably on the dole because of a bad back.
Oh, he looks well rough, doesn't he? He's like a proper, like a Jakey, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
He's the sort of person that Owen Jones thinks that he's saving.
I'd cross the road if I saw him coming.
Well, yeah. He just goes around, I think a lot of the time he would just like murder people that Wolverine likes and just attack him variously.
And you said he's bisexual, he goes for men and women.
Yeah, he hasn't been shown, it's never been like outwardly said, but like in a load of like issues and also like Elseworlds stories and stuff like that, he has been shown to be getting off with men. I picked out this picture in particular just to show off the tattoos. I think it really brings him out. And the long Mohican.
Oh yeah, he's horrific, isn't he?
But he was stolen from Wolverine, obviously, before birth and raised by a dick.
Yeah.
But he's got the bone claws.
Yeah.
And the wrist one is really disconcerting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's horrid, that.
Here is him, dressed as his version of Wolverine for the Dark Avengers.
So he's bad Wolverine.
Yeah, there was this whole thing. You know Norman Osborn? Peter Parker, Spider-Man's big enemy, Green Goblin?
Right, okay.
After the Civil War thing that I mentioned earlier on, conveniently, they did this whole thing where like they kicked out all the other heroes because they weren't, agreeing to register and being naughty and stuff. And then he created his own version of the Avengers, which was basically a load of their enemies. Like Venom was Spider-Man, and Bullseye was Daredevil, and things like that. Mm-hmm. Just their usual, like superheroes fight themselves but bad.
Yeah.
He was the bad one of Wolverine, and
he looks a bit like bad Wolverine, doesn't he? He's gone for black and red, which is traditionally the colours of a baddie, isn't it?
I quite like this costume.
Yeah.
I think it would have made a good Wolverine costume.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call those arm things. They're sort of like, like the 80s leg warmers. It looks like he stuck a pair of them on.
A wrist warmer.
Yeah, like a wrist warmer.
Yeah.
It's a bit gothy, actually, isn't it?
It is a bit, yeah.
So yeah, that's just like another look for him. He used to wear
it's
like the
yellow. It's a better
blue.
look because it covers up how ugly he is, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that maybe I did a bit of a disservice picking out that one. But there's like this sort of thing going on.
I mean, I don't really think he's very handsome. He's not like a Wolverine. He's not like a Hugh Jackman, is he?
I mean, I guess the thing to keep in mind is that he's also a drawing.
Yeah, that's true.
So there we go. Nice to know you're not going to leave me for a fictional man.